Sung Kim, who hits ninth, comes up to the plate. Kim, 26 years old, from Korea, started this season in AAA. Came up at the beginning of this month because of some of the injuries the Dodgers were dealing with, and they figured it'd just be a couple weeks. Shows bunt here and takes a ball, but he's done so much that as they got healthy, instead of sending Kim back to the minors, they released their longest tenured player in Chris Taylor.
Yeah. Well, nice start at home. 467 batting average at home will get you some playing time.
Yeah. Starts at short today. Mookie Betts is out. And day to day with that fractured toe. You hear fractured toe and it's like, man, that ain't good. But Dodgers say, figure a few days and hoping to avoid an IL stint for Betts. Kim, pretty good guy to plug in. 366 in his first month in the big leagues. And he's ahead 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, you know, peripheral vision works for pitchers because they know who's standing on deck. And a 3-0 count with a base open and Ohtani up. Pour it down the middle.
Yeah, part of the beauty of hitting ninth in front of Ohtani. Part of what's allowed Kim to get off to the start that he has. He sees a lot of strikes. Pitchers having that peripheral vision. 3-2. .35 pitch first inning for Will Warren. Been one of the hottest pitchers in the league. 5 hits and a walk in the inning. 3-2 on Ha-Seong Kim. Warren deals, and Kim takes ball 4 to get Ohtani up again for the second time in the first inning. And a decision here for Aaron Boone. Does he hope that Warren can get through this and get into the game? Or does he make a change and get that bullpen going early? They're stuck between a rock and a hard place here.
Yeah, and if that's tough, whatever's tougher than that, he's got it right now. Yeah. Facing Ohtani after already throwing. Did he get a strike called on him? The umpire
I haven't seen the sit.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, they've put it up. A pitch clock violation. Took Ohtani too long to get into the box.
Wow.
Warren is saying thank you, baseball gods. Yeah, so with that first pitch, it's 1-1. Started this all with a base hit. Yeah, you saw a lot of times it's so subtle.
Yeah.
Home plate umpire John Tumpain said, hey, welcome to home plate, strike 1. Mack is loving what he's watching. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and there's strike 2.
Higher than high, lower than low. The only 2 spots you can go. See that movement right there? Fantastic location and movement.
One-two pitch. Yeah, and he got him. So the Dodgers get 4 in the first inning. Warren's able to strike out Ohtani to leave the bases loaded, but the damage is done, and the guys that have carried this offense all season get it started. After an inning in L.A., Dodgers 4, Yankees nothing.
Graduates, today you enter the real world, ready for whatever lies ahead, except for the following, which you are likely to find exceedingly difficult. Going to a 9-to-5 job, doing your taxes, putting on a duvet cover, taking off a duvet cover, realizing you're never gonna go to the gym. This guy knows what I'm talking about. In summary, life is hard, but saving money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive is easy. Oh yeah, deciding what's for dinner every night for the rest of your life.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Unforgettable. That's what you are. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
It's grilling season, which means it's 100% tasty Oscar Mayer Wiener season.
That's why we do it, Marcy.
Gathering the most in-depth info, creating a better way for people
to find the perfect home to build their lives.
Are you okay?
No, it's the dust-based allergy.
Ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Fill up on all the good stuff at Subway. All your faves packed with tons of crispy veggies and fresh sliced meats. And now buy any footlong in the app for just $6.99. Great bread, great meat, great sauce, great deal. Get on it, people. Order now on the Subway app.
East Coast, West Coast, New York and Los Angeles. Dodgers and Yankees in a World Series rematch this weekend at Dodger Stadium. And it has lived up to the hype so far. The buzz in this park last night, it felt like a postseason game midsummer. Landon Knack misses with his first pitch to Paul Goldschmidt. And the Yankees, John, this year really a case study in one superstar versus 4 or 5 really good players. They lose the superstar in Soto, but they've gotten guys like Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt to come in, and the offense has been even better.
It really has, and it really has changed the roster and their ability to defend too. I know that the thought of having Soto and going to the World Series, having him again, but they didn't make that choice, and what the choices they made after that, I thought, made them a much better flexible team in what pieces they added.
Yeah, pretty darn good plan B. After Soto chooses the Mets, Bellinger and Goldschmidt come in, Fried what he's done in the rotation. Goldschmidt smacks a fly ball deep to the right field corner. Teoscar Hernandez over with room. One gone in this second inning, and tonight's telecast is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Step up to the plate for savings. One gone in this second inning. The other thing that has happened with the Yankees this year, guys like this have gotten extended opportunities. Jason Dominguez, their one-time top prospect. I think it's still safe to consider him that, because even though he arrived 2 years ago, he's yet to get that extended opportunity to show what he's got.
He's been much better against right-handers than he has against left-handers this season. And his ability to hit middle in is really good, but his inside swings and misses is where he is making, where pitchers are getting him.
Now, breaking pitch missed up. Dominguez is still just 22 years of age. Got to the big leagues late in 2023, set the world on fire that first week. 4 home runs in his first 8 games, but then he tore his elbow, had to undergo Tommy John surgery. And it stunted what looked like it was going to be just a blitz of the league right from the start for Dominguez. So last year mostly rehabbing. He dealt with other injuries as well. The Yankees stuck with Alex Verdugo into the postseason, and Dominguez only played 18 games. So similar to Trent Grisham, he was in the franchise but just didn't really have a shot last year. They're taking advantage of that opportunity now. Knack home with a payoff. Strikes him out. First one of the game for Knack.
That's where they go, and he got caught twice on a pitch that he turned away from. So that tells you what his view of an inside pitch looks like. That pitch is inner third from the strike zone, and he thinks that pitch is inside. So that's his little. Every hitter has a hole. Every hitter has a weakness in an area, and that one they exposed right there.
Anthony Volpe. We were talking with Aaron Boone, John, about Volpe before the game, and he lit up and he said, "I'll take this version of him any day." You know, the defense has been excellent since he arrived. Base running's been good. A little more consistency to the offense lately too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough thing when you're going to replace one of the greatest shortstop of all time and Derek Jeter. And, you know, this young man has speed. He's trying in between, but should I be a power hitter? Do I make more contact? You know, and I think at Yankee Stadium, everyone feels like they're a power hitter. And you can get out of your mechanics a little bit, and that front shoulder, I think, is a key for him into having success at the plate.
Had a really encouraging postseason. Hit .286 in the playoffs for the Yankees. And Aaron Boone saying that feels like a bit of a turning point for him. He's continued off of that this year. And you had the decade gap or so between Jeter and him, but it was so easy to draw the comparisons as a first-round shortstop, getting to the big leagues at a young age. Grew up a Yankees fan, dreaming of being the next Jeter. That's heavy stuff. Freeman to put it away, and into 1-2-3 second for Landon Knack.
Join the more than 7 million adults, like Michael, who've taken Ozempic.
As touring musicians, my type 2 diabetes could have slowed us down, but I didn't let it. I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty, and this is what my Ozempic era looks like. I'm lowering my A1C and lost some weight, too. I also learned some people take Ozempic to lower the risk of major cardiovascular events like stroke, heart attack, or death. And others take it to lower the risk of worsening chronic kidney disease.
Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck or any of these allergic reactions. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas, gallbladder or severe stomach problems, or changes in vision. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Taking with a sulfonylurea or insulin may raise low blood sugar risk. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, constipation. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Discover the GLP-1 with the most FDA-approved uses. Ozempic.
Your financial journey starts with your own ambitions, but that doesn't make it a solo mission. Money is a tool to help yourself and the ones you love the most. Saving up for your first home and setting up for your firstborn. Paying down debt and paying it forward when you can. At Thrivent, we help plan your finances for something bigger than money, because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Today, let's stain with Bear.
Today we're not.
This is so great. I've been telling him for months.
There's been a lot of rain.
With Bear stains, your deck will have all-weather protection.
Oh.
Get the #1 rated stain at an everyday low price, only at the Home Depot.
Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Go to MLBshop.com, the official source for your favorite team gear. Dodgers continued what they did late last night. It's now 10 runs over their last 4 offensive innings. On to the second we go. 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Teoscar Hernandez leads off. Chops Will Warren's first pitch foul.
I tell you, it messes with a pitcher when you've had success with your fastball, and a lot of teams have taken it. They're only 41% swing rate against this guy. That's very low. And what the Dodgers did in the first inning is didn't swing at one pitch that wasn't a strike. So it messes with you, and I think he's got to get back to his core of throwing a few more strikes and trying not to miss as many bats in this lineup.
You mentioned his start on Sunday against Colorado. He's got a similar test here where he gave up 2 runs in the first inning against the Rockies, but then retired 12 of the next 13 before the rain delay came and couldn't come back into the game. But Aaron Boone said he felt like that was a big deal for him, that start. Even though the final line wasn't that impressive, the poise that he showed to get through that. And again, that was the Rockies, not the Dodgers, but he's been punched quickly recently and responded. And has a model, I guess, in Tony Gonsolin last night, who gave up those 4 home runs early, still went 6 innings. Count evens 2-2 on Hernandez.
But see, that's a perfect example of how many teams would have swung at that pitch. When you're a pitcher and you've had success across the league in certain ways of pitching, and then you face that one team that's an outlier, it messes with you. That's why the Dodgers are so good. They don't typically swing wildly out of the zone. Well, we've gotten 2 things already that I didn't think we'd see. One on the hitter, one on the pitcher. My brain cannot get over how that ever happens, ever, once you know it.
Yeah, clocks are everywhere, too.
I don't know how that ever happens, but we see it.
So it's a 3-2, and it's a check swing and a leadoff walk for Teoscar Hernandez. Brings up Freddie Freeman. We're going to take you back, all the way back to last October. It felt like a movie, didn't it, for Freddie Freeman? Stepped to the plate in Game 1, hit the first walk-off grand slam in World Series history. It was a fall classic of firsts for him. He homered in each of the first 4 games, the first guy ever to do that. And when it was all said and done, his 12 RBIs tied for the all-time record and did it in 5 games. Got the MVP in a life-changing run for Freddie Freeman.
He did it on one ankle. One ankle.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is that ankle is still not totally right. He still gets about an hour of treatment on it each day. Yet at the age of 35, he's got the #1 average in the National League, by far the best that he's ever had. 372 as he fights through that and fights Father Time.
I think the dumbest things teams do against Freddie Freeman is try to put him in a shift, which they do. I don't understand it. He's not a guy that prototypically just pulls, and he'll make you look silly because he hits to all parts of the field.
And he'll steer it there.
Absolutely.
Honed his swing with his dad Fred growing up in Orange County, not too far from here, and every day they go to the field, bucket of balls. First thing they do is hit him the other way. And just one defender over on that left side. As Freeman takes ball 3.
The 3 outs in the first inning were all on the changeup, so you're seeing Warren trying to throw more of those changeups, and that was one that he left just a little bit outside.
Back-to-back walks to open the second. And like father, like son, Freddie's son Charlie was here earlier today. Stud.
Yeah, you know this is going to be a right-handed version of his dad. Who knows? He may even start switch hitting them.
Right? Come on, do it like dad too. So 2 walks in this second inning. Will Smith comes up, leading the league in on-base percentage, and he's on some kind of tear lately. 407 the last few weeks. And Matt Blake coming out for another visit here.
Yeah, this is actually to give some time now. I don't know if Will Warren's going to be in this game much longer. He's battled through that first inning, walked the first 2 hitters, and this is just to get that bullpen as much time possible.
It was De Los Santos that warmed the first time. It's Hedrick this time. It could be a big load for the Yankees pen to carry today.
Last time, first pitch, fastball laced into right field. We'll see what Will Warren and his game plan does. When a hitter takes something away, typically you want to go with something different, especially on the first pitch.
Fastball got it by him. Among the many things Will Smith has excelled at this year, he's the #1 hitter in baseball with runners in scoring position, above 490 in these situations. Got Hernandez at second, Freeman at first. And waits on this 0-1 from Warren. Pokes it down the right field line, slicing. Foul.
He's so good at going the other way that at some point you got to make him inconscious, because he will do that with 2 strikes and even without 2 strikes at will. No pun intended.
Hey, nice.
I didn't mean that.
I know you didn't.
No.
Plays off that high fastball.
Tried to come in right there.
Now the 1-2.
No.
Just missed. Round draft pick out of southeastern Louisiana. Got to the big leagues last year, was back and forth all year, had a 10 ERA in 6 games, and so was a bit of a surprise to make the rotation this year.
No.
It's gone full on Smith. It was inspiring hope the last month or so. Running into a buzzsaw so far today.
Yeah, he sure is. They've taken every tough, close pitch. Second best hitter with 2 strikes, Will Smith.
Weak roller to short. Volpe will shove it to second for 1. On to first. I got him. Double play and a bang-bang play at first.
I don't know about that. I think they're going to take a look.
Thing all kinds of English on it, taking its time getting out to Volpe.
Yeah, I thought he was safe when I saw it live.
And he was.
Yeah.
The Dodgers will challenge this.
It's easier up here, isn't it?
Sure is, especially when you slow it down like that.
Los Angeles is challenging the out call at first base.
You know, the Dodgers got off to such a good start this season. They were 8-0, and it's like, man, oh man, how many games is this team going to win this year? But as they've run into all those pitching injuries, right around 500 since that 8-0 start. And we were talking with Dave Roberts before the game. Given those pitching injuries, how do you feel about where you're at, how this season's gone? And he said without hesitation, I feel great.
Yeah, as he should. I mean, this is really incredible. I know they spent a lot of money, and everyone might complain about the resources they have. But the biggest thing is they have been decimated with injuries that no other team could sustainably keep up with.
The call is overturned. Runner is safe. Los Angeles will change it down.
They've got 14 pitchers on the injured list, and it's not just, you know, a bunch of random guys. Their top 5 right-handed relievers are on the injured list. 3 starting pitchers from the season opening rotation. Still waiting on Ohtani to come back. And yet 35-22 with a 2-game lead on San Diego.
Well, I'm sure he'd also tell you no one's going to feel sorry for him. You know, that's why the reason they went out and got a lot of different arms. I knew last year's run to the bullpen in the World Series was going to have a devastating impact on it, and it shows it has. And a lot of those guys have, you know, not bounced back yet.
First and third for Muncy. Not going to run his first time. High fly ball left center field. Trent Grisham on the move. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It's gone. It's career home run 200 for Max Muncy. And it's an early explosion for the Dodgers, leading the Yankees 7-zip. And that will do it for Will Warren. Came in with a 2 ERA over the last month. He's given up 7 in 1 1/3. And it's Max Muncy connecting on his 5th of the year, the 200th of his big league career.
It's your bag, sir?
What gave it away?
Oh, you the Geico Gecko! I'm a huge fan. I filed a claim for my car with the Geico app. Only took 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, Geico's all about getting more than just savings.
The next time, how about less fluid ounces?
Fair enough. Oh.
You use this much serum?
Well, my skincare routine requires...
Trash. And a pump top? It's gonna make a mess. Well, I'm taking this.
You took all of them.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Have a nice flight.
Ready, tycoons? It's go time. Cash grab!
Iggy, I won again?
Ah. Be back soon. We're swimming in it now.
Rinse to. Busted.
Nothing beats playing with friends, except bankrupting friends.
Give it to me. Download Monopoly Go and play the new Star Wars event today.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
The Shaq-a-Roni's back at Papa John's with more pepperonis and over half a pound of cheese.
So many orders, we had to staff up.
I am here to work, people. Where's the garlic sauce?
Is he always here? He's everywhere. We're making you a Shaq-a-Roni for $12.99.
That's right. I live here.
This is the one who helps everyone stay safe. An unsung hero in a building full of everyday heroes is just how he likes it. The industrial-grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Yankees bullpen already goes to work here in the second inning as Andy Pages flies the first pitch that Brent Hedrick throws to left field and Jason Dominguez. So 2 gone. Just 1 pitch right there from Hedrick, who's been back and forth between the big leagues and AAA this year. And he replaces Will Warren. 7 runs in 1 1/3. And it ends with Max Muncy's 200th career home run. Congratulations from his manager. Quite a guy, quite a story to have 200 home runs. A guy who was cast off by the Oakland A's years ago. Yeah, one of the all-time home run hitters in Dodger history now, about a decade into his time with the team.
Well, fastball, slider, and split with an occasional change out of this lefty. See, he hasn't been scored upon here in 7 2/3.
Pitched just last night, went 1 1/3 scoreless. And ahead of Conforto 0-2. Sac fly for Conforto in the first inning. Dodgers with 13 unanswered since the Yankees hit those 4 early home runs yesterday. Breaking pitch just misses. Hedrick out of Braidwood, Illinois. Stayed in state, went to Illinois State University, got drafted by the Twins and debuted for the Twins the last couple of years. Never really did latch on though. And over to the Yankees, his first season there. 2-2.
Dodger team makes pitchers throw a lot of pitches to get them out. You can get them out, but you better be on and execute.
Conforto draws the walk. 5 today for the Dodgers.
Well, the 1 through 5 hitters that really has built this season for the Dodgers, this series have done their job. That's how you make pitchers fear when the lineup turns over. And if you don't get a couple guys on or get them out before a couple guys get on, boy, it's going to be a big inning.
And that's how you sit in first place, even though half your pitching staff is on the injured list. They have out-hit those problems. Tommy Edman up there takes a strike. And they've needed to because the division's been better than anybody anticipated. Yeah. Not just the Padres, the Giants are right there. Edman has his second base hit of the day. This one will go for extra bases. Conforto's given the wave as that ball nestles into the corner, and he will score. Tommy Edman with an RBI double to add on, make it 8-0.
Well, today, some teams have had their
Again. Ball and a strike on Kim. 7 seasons in the KBO for him. He hit above 300. Stole 30 bases a year. He's given the Dodgers kind of a spark of excitement in a different type of player than they're used to having. It's a veteran team with a lot of traditional hitters. This guy.
Wow, you don't see that very often. Did you see that? Foul ball off the catcher over the screen into the stands.
I'll be honest, I can't see anything.
Yeah, the glare is pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. But watch this. This is a foul ball off the helmet, and it went over the screen.
Man. Seven hits, 5 walks already for LA. Kim fouls it off, stays alive.
By the way, Rick and I were talking before the game. And I threw something out there that the more I think about it, I should have known they've already got it. Right? There's technology for everything. And I was like, I wonder how many of those home runs that Ohtani and Judge parks around baseball. And they've got that.
Oh, yeah.
And so, for example, Judge and Ohtani are going to hit a lot more home runs in certain ballparks, but then they're going to hit a lot less in other ballparks. And Detroit being one of those parks, they'd only have 12 and 13 home runs, I believe is what it was for each guy respectively. But they don't play in those ballparks. But at least you know if they did.
Hey, the way the Tigers are going, those guys might want to figure out how to hit home runs there too. Tigers' best record in baseball.
Yeah, that's something nobody could have seen coming, and good for them because that last part of the season heroic run, you know they're drawing off of it, but I don't know how many people thought that would translate into this year, and it sure has.
Yeah.
They lost a tough one today, though. 1-0.
Wow. Skubal again today.
Skubal. He didn't get the loss, but
he didn't get any run support.
They didn't get any run support.
After 13 Ks his last time in a complete game against Cleveland. 8th pitch coming to Kim, and he hammers a ball back to right field, and how far? My goodness. Ha-Seong Kim goes way gone, and it's 10-0 Dodgers. This is absurd.
Well, I felt like the ball was going to be flying today because it's hot. I thought both teams would share in that. Right now it's been a one-team kind of lopsided entourage of runs. What we can't see up here, they obviously can see down there in the plate.
Yeah. Ohtani out in front 0-2.
So I just got handed this.
Yeah.
You know it's not going to be a good game when 3 hitters from the Yankees haven't batted yet, and this is the 3rd at bat for Ohtani.
But he's down on 3 strikes. Boy, you figure you're going to have a long home run in an inning that has Ha-Seong Kim and Shohei Ohtani bat in. Easy guess who's going to be the guy that hits it, right? No, it's Kim. Known for his speed and lately his average, but how about the pop right there? And how about the Dodgers today? 10-0.
Quiz with Balls returns Monday on Fox.
Tomorrow on Fox. Let's go! The Birmingham Stallions gear up for their playoff run.
Outstanding!
Against the Memphis Showboats.
Touchdown!
The United Football League, tomorrow at 3 Eastern on Fox.
Play. Every kid should have a chance to play. Play because it's fun. Play because it's healthy. Play because they deserve it. Play on the field, on the court, on 2 feet, on 1 foot, on the ground, in the cage. Play because they learn. Play because they grow. Play because it builds character. Play because they need it. Play because they need each other. Play because it changes lives. Play because it matters.
This is Alex Pillow, a conquistador of concrete from the start. Alex is so fast he does his taxes January 1st. He speed reads 2 novels before noon. He's Spanish, but he'll French kiss on the first date. This is the front of his car, but if you race him, you'll just see the back. Welcome to the fastest racing on earth.
Saturday is Baseball Night in America on Fox, and the game's most iconic rivalry is ready for its next chapter.
No stage bigger than this one.
Rafael Devers leads the Red Sox against Aaron Judge and the Yankees. Baseball Night in America next Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
Austin Wells takes strike one from Landon Knack. Off we go in this 3rd inning. Max Muncy hits his 200th career home run. Ha-Seong Kim hits career home run number 2. And it is 10-0 LA as Wells serves the ball into center field for a base hit. First hit of the game for the Yankees. Back to Kim, who's having the time of his life here playing in the big leagues. In the tradition, when you hit a home run as a Dodger, you get the seed shower, getting back to home. Here's the only problem. They did too good a job of that seed shower. Got to dig him out. His interpreter, Joe.
Oh, man.
Leadoff man aboard, DJ LeMahieu up. He takes strike one. So the Yankees trying to find out what they have left. And DJ LeMahieu is one of the best hitters in baseball forever. The last few years diminished by the injuries. Another injury, first game of spring training this year, hurt his calf. So missed the first month and a half. And hitting just 179 since debuting.
Yeah, they need to find out if there's any magic left in that. What's really been one of those generational hitters when the shift had been in play and his ability to get hits. I want you to watch the front foot of Knack. Watch, you're going to see the heel. The hitter's going to see the heel. He's got it so turned in, it's locked in to his pitching mechanics. You just don't see that. That front foot makes that internal hip turn. I would think it's hard on him to make many throws to first base and that base stealers would have success. He hasn't pitched a ton yet, but that turned in kind of makes him already put in a position to load up to throw to home because of his hips. Hurts. Well, it doesn't hurt my hip anymore. I got new hips. But to be able to be pronated like that and be able to unload to the plate, because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get that fastball downhill. He throws a little uphill with his front body. You just don't see that.
He's like the Corey Seager of pitching setups, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Corey Seager's front foot is like that.
You know, again, pitching and the hips and the lower body are so important, but I guess what they've done with him is put him in position so that there's less movement. He's already closed when he uses that foot to lock it in, and then all he has to do is go towards home plate.
That gets ready and comes home with a payoff. Popped out of his hand for ball 4. First 2 have reached for the Yankees. For more on Knack, here's Ken Rosenthal.
John, I'm not sure if you ever had this problem, but Landon Knack as a rookie last season found the available major league food to be of such high quality. He finished the season overweight at about 230 pounds. He was feeling too sluggish on the mound, wasn't recovering quickly enough between starts, so he determined he had to lose weight. Well, he wanted to get to 215, but went a little too far. Got down all the way to 206. He's now at 210, which is better, but he's had to readjust to his new body, which is moving differently, more quickly than before. And he's spent the last 6 weeks working on his delivery, developing new, simple cues.
That would be one of them. So it's throughout his now almost year and a half in the big leagues, he's looked like a different guy.
Yeah.
You can find different versions of his delivery. As he faces Bibas here. Yankees trying to chip away at this 10-run deficit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back out of Johnson City, Tennessee. His excellent form last year. Kind of under the radar at a 3.65 ERA. Pitched another 3 games in the postseason, including an unheralded thing in Game 4. Pitched 4 innings and saved the bullpen to be able to carry the load in the clinching Game 5. Well rested to go 7 2/3 that night.
Well, he's made some interesting pitch choices here with a 10-0 lead. And I'm not saying you just throw fastballs right down the middle, but that 3-2 walk is not one of those that you want to do when you've got 10 runs on the board. You want to make them earn their places on the bases, especially when you turn in the lineup over.
Big rip and a foul back from Bibas. Former Dodger farmhand Jorby Bibas traded to the Yankees for Trey Sweeney, who the Dodgers flipped over to the Tigers for Jack Flaherty. So in a roundabout way, Bibas helped the Dodgers win a World Series. On this 2-2, he smokes a liner up the middle that's caught by Kim, and a diving attempt at a double play comes up short. He wants Dave Roberts to take a look. And they're going to challenge. You can see why the fans here have grown to like him quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. That one, what do you think? I can't see the monitor.
Los Angeles is challenging the safe call at second base.
Oh, he got him. Look at both of us leaning in with our noses on the monitor on this sunny day.
That is going to be a big double play.
And Kim, who grew up a Dodger fan in Korea. Watching Hyunjin Ryu. Of course, Chan-ho Park, the first big leaguer from Korea, a Dodger.
After review, the call of the field is overturned. The runner is out. Los Angeles is safe.
A highlight double play for the Dodger shortstop. And his first start of the season there in Mookie Betts' place. So he hits a home run in the bottom of the second, makes a double play by himself in the top of the third. And back to the top for Grisham. 2 double plays in 3 innings for Knack. It's a rare first pitch swing from Grisham. 4 years in San Diego, had some stretches where he was good offensively, but was weighted heavily to the walks. Still just as patient as anybody, but he has been hammering the ball. Top 5 in the league in slugging. His first year really seeing any time with the Yankees. Only started 50 games last year. Hit a $190. So when you look at the numbers head-to-head, him and Soto, he's blowing Soto out of the water a couple months into this year. 890 OPS for Grisham, 750 for Soto. There's a pop fly into shallow center field for Andy Pages. Sun's gleaming. He's got it. Down to the bottom of the third in a 10-0 game.
Despite its spaceship looks, extraordinary range, expansive cabin, and rocket boost acceleration, it won't take you to space. It brings space to you. Introducing the 3-row, all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9 with class-leading interior space.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
Yeah! Woo!
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
Yeah! If you need a tan, I'm your man.
Could do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
This your bag, sir?
What gave it away?
Oh, you the Geico Gecko! I'm a huge fan. I filed a claim for my car with the Geico app. Only took 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, Geico's all about getting more than just savings.
The next time, how about less fluid ounces?
Fair enough. Oh.
You use this much serum?
Well, my skincare routine requires...
Trash. And a pump top? It's gonna make a mess. Well, I'm taking this.
You took all of them.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Have a nice flight.
With new mixing bowl mashup plus dipped strawberry cheesecake, the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for a
trade proposal.
deal. Try the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu because nothing says summer like baseball and Blizzard treats.
How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm, so I sleep.
At the Memorial Day sale, get a king bed for a queen price and a free adjustable base. Get matched at Mattress Firm, sleep at night.
I can't believe you got pink eye, Ferris.
When you wake up with pink eye, you get your prescription fast, in like an hour, with Walmart Express Delivery. I wonder what else Walmart could deliver that fast.
Back here at Dodger Stadium with Dodgers manager Dave Roberts. Dave, first off, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, Kenny. This is a birthday win would be huge.
How important is it to win on your birthday? I mean, it can ruin the day if it goes the other way.
It actually can. It's a sickness that I have, that wins do kind of lead the joy in my life. I ride that roller coaster. But no, we're off to a good start. I think just offensively, Kenny, we just had a great plan today versus Warren. I thought we did a great job getting the ball up.
A reliever's job is, you just never know when you're going to come into a game, and I'm sure he didn't envision coming into a game down 10-0.
Not this early. Third inning. 10 runs for the Dodgers' first 2 innings. Most runs they'd scored through 2 innings in 4 years. Pop up on the diamond, right side. And the first time they've faced fewer than 8 in an inning so far today. It's the Yankees and the Dodgers. Dodgers took a thriller last night. They turned this one into a laugher early in Game 2.
Take the shot. Critics everywhere are raving about The Phoenician Scheme. It's Wes Anderson's best film since The Grand Budapest Hotel.
My great-grandfather built the hotel.
The Phoenician Scheme is thrilling, with humor and surprises.
Which are what? I'm not saying. I'm saying I'm not saying.
It's action-packed, 4 stars, and the funniest movie of the year.
Is this supposed to be here?
Oh, dear. How much time does it say?
18 minutes.
Perfectly fine. We land in 10.
The Phoenician Scheme, rated PG-13, in theaters everywhere this Friday.
Saving for retirement was tough enough.
And navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we keep a disciplined approach with your portfolio, helping you through the market's ups and downs.
What about communication?
We check in regularly to keep you informed.
Which means you'll help us stay on track?
Yes. As a fiduciary, we always put your interest first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Listen, we are too grown to let diabetes boss us around. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor sends your numbers straight to your phone. With the proper steps, you can do diabetes your way. And over time, you can bring down your A1C. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor helps you live life with diabetes on your terms. This is progress.
Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Dove Men Plus Care.
Welcome to the team. Thanks.
That's the finger bone. Dove Men helps neutralize odor-causing bacteria that thrive on stress sweat.
Really needs more salt.
Get comfortable with uncomfortable. Care changes everything.
It's grilling season, which means it's 100% tasty Oscar Mayer Wiener season.
Alex Palou looks to continue his historic season as all eyes shift to the Detroit Grand Prix, Sunday on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
Bring it back with our Power Players, sponsored by Harbor Freight. Superstar players, superhero type guys. Ohtani for the Dodgers, Aaron Judge for the Yankees. Ohtani's won 3 MVPs in 4 seasons. Looks like Judge perhaps headed for a 3rd in his career. And these guys facing off this weekend, both going deep yesterday. It's been Ohtani's Dodgers so far today. Judge going to make his mark right here with another massive home run. Number 20 for Aaron Judge, who's homered in both games in L.A. He is something else.
He is. He's not missing his pitches, and that's what you want when you go to a plate as hot as he is.
Yankees on the board on the 20th long ball of the year for Aaron Judge. It's Bellinger. And when you look at the combination of ability, the average with the power, with the RBIs, and just everything he's doing, we've not seen a guy dominate in this well-rounded a fashion since Barry Bonds.
Yeah, and he doesn't get the Barry Bonds treatment yet. I think the longer this season goes and the more success the Yankees have, you have to think twice about pitching to him in certain situations.
Down to first to get Bellinger for the first out. Another look at his home run swing.
Fastball, middle in, short, but strong to the ball. Everything's slower now when you're in successful modes and you're having these streaks. The ball seems like it just floats and you're not trying to do too much.
Goldschmidt with one away. Pops it foul. How about Aaron Boone telling us he doesn't think Judge is even his hottest right now?
Yeah, he's probably had a more dominating stretch when he was ridiculous with the home runs that he was pouring out. But it's hard for me to imagine that we're sitting here on the cusp of June 1st and he's flirting with 400. That just doesn't even make sense.
And the power with the 20 home runs. 1 and 2 on Goldschmidt. For more on Judge, down to Kenny.
Guys, I spoke with Yankees hitting coach James Rowson yesterday, and I asked him, okay, what makes Judge so special? And he replied, he's never satisfied. He's always looking for an edge. And I said, James, all the great ones are like that. And he said, no, with him it's different. Rowson coached Miguel Cabrera in Detroit, Joe Mauer in Minnesota, both Hall of Famers. But with Judge, he says he doesn't take anything for granted. He doesn't necessarily view himself as one of the best players in the game. He just sees it as his responsibility to keep going, even when he's had success in the past against specific pitchers. The way Rowson put it, if the story was over today, it would be one of the greatest stories in baseball, and he's still writing the story.
Humility, pretty darn good foundation for him to become what he's become. Generational talent, and as well-rounded of an offensive player as the game has ever seen.
And fair or not, he's got a mountain to climb, because his regular seasons have been historic, but all eyes will be on the postseason. And the postseason haven't quite gotten to the level where he expects it and the world expects it. He's going to make those changes. If you give him enough opportunities in the postseason, that trend will not continue.
165 average for Judge the last 2 Octobers. He struck out more than 40% of his plate appearances. And it's a bummer that one of the top things of his story right now is that, and it's the drop fly ball. It's unfair. It's cruel that that's just kind of how it's fallen out because of his greatness. I mean, that should be so far down the list when you talk about Aaron Judge. But until he does it in October, it'll still be something that gets talked about. He hits his 20th home run of the season, and he's got the Yankees on the board.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not exactly street legal.
And if you don't have the right auto coverage, this could really blow your budget. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Did you know our Jersey Mike's order came with a $25 Fanatics promo code? Insane deal. Awesome. Can we please turn it off while we're eating? Simon feels very attacked right now. Oh, he feels attacked.
My Mike's members score Fanatics gear, like Simon, just by spending $25 in the app.
The Final Reckoning is the #1 action movie in the world and has audiences cheering.
Oh, that's one mission accomplished?
You'll never see a movie like this again.
I don't believe.
Mission Impossible, rated PG-13.
Sorry, bud. Not while I weed. Hey! Who let the dogs out?
Spruce, a new weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets.
Does it actually work?
Visible results in 1 hour and dead weeds in 1 day.
Spruce works.
Spruce, the new, hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. And I need you, and I miss you.
Is that Danny DeVito?
Don't worry about me. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Almost forgot. I found your ball.
It's a rock.
Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
It's usually just one person trying on shoes.
Discover doubles your cash back at the end of your first year, so I'm going to use mine to get something for my beautiful stunt double, Eileen.
You earn, we match.
Wow.
Discover Cashback Match.
We'll take them.
Great.
Well, perfect day for baseball here in Los Angeles, and for Dodger fans, a perfect day of baseball with 10 runs over the first 2 innings, including a home run from this guy here in Max Muncy. His 5th this year, the 200th of his big league career. And part of a 2-for-2 performance as he continues to begin to surge after the slow start. Longest tenured position player for the Dodgers at this point in his 8th year. Joined the team in 2008. Mentioned his story a little bit last time. Cast off by the A's, comes over here to the Dodgers, and now top 10 in franchise history in home runs. Ian Hamilton comes home. Muncy skies it into shallow left field. Jason Dominguez is there. Horse racing's greatest test returns, sovereignty and journalism face off in the 157th Belmont Stakes. 2 of the season's biggest names in one race to settle it all, with coverage beginning next Saturday, 4 o'clock Eastern, live on Fox. From Saratoga Nash. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a guy. 10-1 game, bottom 4. Andy Pages flies it into shallow center field. This will be Anthony Volpe. 2 up and 2 down for Hamilton.
The Dodgers, like most teams, pretty good when they score 5 or more runs, but Dodgers are 25-5. Actually struggle for fewer, but their offense with runners in scoring position, everything that they've done today kind of exemplifies why they've overcome their lack of starting pitching innings. They have the least amount in all of baseball. And that's going to have to change. That trend has to change. They got to get guys healthy and they got to get more innings. Otherwise, that bullpen, there's no way at the end of the season they're going to be standing upright.
Conforto here. Sac fly the first time, walk his second time. I think you're touching on something with the offense, though. There have been years in recent past where they've been 2 home run reliant. It's gotten exposed in the postseason. This team not only hits the home run, but they're number 1 in the majors in batting average. They're number 1 with runners in scoring position as well. Dave Roberts was talking to us today about how many guys on this team know how to get a hit in a situation where that's all it calls for.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of skill that often shows up and wins games.
Absolutely.
In October. Of course, home runs win in the postseason too, but got to have those guys that can give you the hit in the big spot when you need it. Both these offenses juggernauts to this point. They're right there with the Chicago Cubs as the top offenses in baseball over the first 2 months. No surprise for the Dodgers. Yankees surprising some folks. Soto going elsewhere. Different look to the lineup. There's only 10 guys on this Yankees team today that was part of the World Series team. When you look at the lineup, very few guys that were staples. Part of that is the injuries. Stanton's still down. They're without Chisholm until probably Tuesday. A little more depth, though. Another 1-2 to Conforto.
Well, you wouldn't know it by these first 2 games, but since May 4th, under 500 record for the Dodgers coming in this series, only 11-12, which you were talking about earlier. But a comeback last night in a show of dominance so far early in this game.
Trying to hand the Yankees their first series defeat in their last 8 series. Yankees come in having won 16 of their last 20 games. Danger of losing back-to-back games for the first time in almost a month. Still got a healthy lead in the division. It's like, who wants it outside of the Yankees in the East? Now Toronto and Tampa Bay have taken their turns getting hot more recently. What has happened to the Orioles, man?
Yeah. They just couldn't get pitching.
And the Boston Red Sox off to a sluggish start, below 500. Conforto draws the walk, his second one today. Here's Tommy Edman. And there's what you're talking about after that 8-0 start, the 2-game sweep in Tokyo to begin the season against the Cubs. A little bit above 500, middle of the pack since then. Now the bullpen that has carried a big load. Edman 2 for 2 today.
No! He needed to get going a little bit. Those 2 hits probably helped his confidence as he was in a little bit of a funk.
Another guy like Tasker Hernandez took advantage of his audition last year, parlayed it into a long-term contract with the team. 5 years for Edman this offseason. 5 years in St. Louis. Got traded to the Dodgers at the deadline last year. Didn't make his season debut until mid-August because he was coming back from wrist surgery, hurt his ankle during rehab. And man, was he a monster in the postseason. One bounce to second. DJ LeMahieu to finish off the 4th. And a couple scoreless innings for Ian Hamilton.
Food's here, but your phone's there. Get up now, and your train of thought will get off track faster than a roller coaster going downhill. With 2 really big guys in the front.
It's a Mac. I can just mirror my phone from here.
Oh. Glad we learned something.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
Yeah! Woo!
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
We actually sold the twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
Yeah!
If you need a tan, I'm your man.
Could do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
Here's the thing about old ideas. If you don't let them in, they can't hold you back. The new GV70. Welcome to Genesis.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Your life now revolves around sports.
Everett, Neela!
But you wouldn't trade it for anything. Welcome to Sporthood. DSG, only at Dick's.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
When you'd rather enjoy the pool than clean someone else's.
Sweetie, get out of the pool.
It matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
Well, Johnny, the Dodger offense stealing the show today, but how about Landon Knack against the Yankees lineup? Just 1 run through 4 innings.
You know, he's done a nice job. Early he was struggling with command, wasn't throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. The lead really does help, obviously. It changes the format for what guys at the plate are trying to do, but he's really kept them off balance. He's given up a few 200 home runs the last couple games, or at least a home run in his last couple games, but here a solo home run to Judge is understandable.
Anthony Volpe leads off this top of the 5th for the Yankees. 0 for 1 today. The Dodgers starting rotation ranks 23rd in the majors. You've got Yamamoto, who's going to pitch tomorrow, who's been splendid. Early Cy Young conversation with a sub-2 ERA. Rest of the rotation, though, has a 5 ERA.
And that's understandable when you use this many players.
Volpe hits it hard down the line and just foul.
When you've used this many pitchers, and I don't know what their record is, but I would imagine they're approaching a record of different starters used in a season, and that was not the plan when the season started, but because they've had so many guys, it gives them the leverage of being able to utilize. I mean, that's just not the formula you want. You don't want 14 of your pitchers on the IL, and yet that's what they've had this year.
Well, it's great to have depth to tap into, but man, oh man, to exhaust that depth already 2 months in, they've used 13 different starting pitchers.
Yeah, if you put that on every team in baseball, the record would be flipped the other way. And that's kind of what Dave Roberts was saying. You know, would you expect an under 500 record when you give in the fact that you've got this many pitchers? He said, absolutely. That's where I thought we would be. But, you know, I'm kind of excited that we're not in that position.
He said had you given him all the facts that we now have at the start of the season, he would have said, I would think we'd be about where Atlanta is.
Exactly.
You know, hold and serve around 500. No. Pretty tight zone right there from John Tumpain, drawing the ire of the birthday boy over there. Yeah, his nickname's Doc. And it's been for good reason with the way they've dealt with injuries. 14 pitchers on the injured list. They found out just yesterday that Evan Phillips is going to have to undergo Tommy John surgery, so they lose him. Their top 5 right-handed relief arms, all on the injured list. Emmett Sheehan's somebody that's coming quickly, rehabbing currently. And they got Clayton Kershaw back recently. Strike one on Austin Wells. But what will they get from Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell? Roki Sasaki, too, down the stretch and when it matters most in October.
When the roster was put forth on paper, 110 victories was an easily achievable. I mean, people just were enamored with what they had and what they spent and what they got. But that paper has been crumbled up and thrown away until you can get them back healthy. Because when they're healthy, I would argue their staff could be as good as anybody's ever. But there's been a track record here now for a while of pitchers getting hurt and being injured, or signing pitchers that have been hurt and getting injured. And that has to change. If they're going to be a defending champ this year, they have to have those guys healthy come September.
They did it last year with, like you said, they were barely holding it together. You had Yamamoto coming back from injury to give him everything he had. Really emerged in the postseason. Jack Flaherty, they got in a trade at the deadline. Where would they have been without him? And then Walker Buehler, the way he performed in the World Series. Wells is down on strikes, 1 gone in the 5th. And to your point, it's not just this season. This is perennially the Dodgers dealing with pitcher injuries more than anybody.
They're aware of it. They've been talking about it, and I'm sure they're trying to do something about it, because that's not just bad luck. And they do have resources to take care of some of that. And a paper-thin margin is what happened last year. That cannot happen again. There's no way they can, you know, teams just, they always want to build their back end of rotation and try to rely on it. They have 10 more relief innings than anybody in baseball. That trend has to flip in the second half. Ohtani can help a little bit there. And then the guys we mentioned coming back would absolutely help.
1 ball, 1 strike on DJ LeMahieu. Kenny, it's never too early to start talking trade deadline, right? What do you think?
Never too early, Joe, but with the Dodgers, fans expecting them to add another starting pitcher probably will be disappointed. And the reason is this. Andrew Friedman, president of baseball operations, built this roster so he would not have to overpay at the deadline. It's something he hates doing. So that's why they built this incredible depth. That's why they're slow playing some of these injuries. They just feel that they're going to be ultimately in a strong enough position. We'll see.
Under the radar move recently, Alexis Diaz, who was an all-star closer for the Reds just 2 years ago, got DFA'd by Cincinnati. Dodgers just picked him up, sent him to AAA, trying to fix him. How many times have you seen a team, Dodgers also at the top of the list of that, taking a reliever who's experienced success earlier in his career and re-tapping into that, helping him rediscover it, try to do that with Diaz, who's had filthy stuff when he was right.
Yeah. I'm just amazed at how many great arms they have. I mean, their bullpen. And we talked about this a little bit the run of last year. I knew there were going to be some circumstances they were going to have to deal with because of that. You just can't expect these guys to bounce back the amount of innings, the amount of stress at late in the year, and it certainly has showed itself in the bullpen. The bullpen's the reason they won. It was that good. And now the bullpen is showing kind of the scars from last year, and that's why they added some bullpen pieces.
Strike three called on LeMahieu. 2 gone in the 5th. Yeah, the Pen covered 60% of the innings in the postseason. He had the Pen game to save their season in Game 4 down in San Diego. Pen game in the clinching game of the championship series against the Mets, and then clinching game of the World Series became one. Jack Flaherty got knocked out quickly.
And you know what? It's not hindsight now looking at it.
Bebas.
No. Dave Roberts knew they were not in a strong position, even if they had to go back to L.A. and play Game 6 and 7. That's why that game and the way he emptied and used his resources, he emptied everything to win that game. And Lott would say, being down 5 runs, what could possibly, how would that even come into play?
Bebas gets into this ball, deep center field. Pages on a dead sprint, turns and watches it hit off the wall. Bebas dives into second with a double.
Couple more push-ups, and this ball would have been gone.
Back to the top in Grisham. Yeah, the part of that Game 5 that, you know, it gets focused on what unraveled in the 5th, but how dominant Cole had been to that point. It wasn't just the unraveling, it was how high things were looking for the Yankees at that point. They were going to be heading back. He had a no-hitter going, and it looked like there's a decent chance he might actually do it. They had Rodon lined up for Game 6 back in L.A., and then who knows in Game 7. A lot of questions on both sides leading up to this series this week and yesterday before the game. What do you remember about Game 5? What do you think about last year? And for all the Yankees, the talk is, yeah, it stings, but we just think we lost. And yeah, it's a bummer the way it happened in Game 5. But look back to Game 1. It's really hard to lose that game the way that they did and then recover. I mean, ask the New York basketball team right now as they try to recover after the way they lost Game 1 of that series against Indy.
The mental gymnastics that you have to play when you go deep, it's difficult. Because only one team's going to win. The other team's going to answer those questions all offseason. What if? Could have been. And that inning will be a historic inning, really, for a long time. We had a million what ifs when you play that many one-run games and lose that many times. And it eats you alive in the offseason. You come back the next season determined next time you're in that position to make the necessary changes.
How about decades later? How often do those what ifs pop up?
Oh, they're always there. The sports is cruel. I mean, we talked about how cruel it is for Aaron Judge. It's the cruelest, most unfair 1% arguments that people make about the greatest players that necessarily don't have the greatest postseasons. I mean, you know the pressure that Rory McIlroy had in golf on not completing a major, and only 5 or 6 people ever did it, and it was like as if he was going to be a failure if he didn't do it, and he finally got it, and it relieved all the tension and the weight he was carrying.
Another 2-2 coming to Grisham, and another foul ball. Man, he did, that's a situation of a guy not just winning, but conquering. So much mentally.
And that's what you have to do in this sport. You have to, it's hard not to pay attention to the noise and affect your game, but you really have to not pay attention to the noise and just put your head down and keep doing it till you do it right, till you get it.
Ooh, got the high strike call right there to strand a couple. The Yankees have had the home runs in this series, but they're 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. And the offense splendid today, but Landon Knack, a run over 5 innings against one of the best offenses in baseball.
And Doug.
Okay, here's what you want to do. Save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
Are you a caddy?
No, I'm a Doug, and that's a Limu.
Okay, I'm gonna putt now.
Okay, I'm gonna watch you putt.
Oh!
Nice birdie.
Yes, he is a very nice bird.
Oh no, Limu! The cards!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Rain, make it, rain, girl, make it.
You again. Everybody's loving that Grubhub deal with Prime, huh?
Amazon Prime member? You can get $0 delivery fees on Grubhub. Go to Amazon.com/Grubhub, activate your free Grubhub Plus membership, and start ordering with $0 delivery fees on Grubhub for top restaurants and your go-to spots. Eligible orders only. Terms and additional fees apply.
Should we just start carpooling?
If I can control the radio.
Never mind.
With new mixing bowl mashup plus dipped strawberry cheesecake, the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for a
trade proposal.
Deal. Try the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu because nothing says summer like baseball and Blizzard treats.
Last flare. Oh, yeah.
Anytime's the perfect time for an Oscar Mayer wiener.
Go away.
I don't trust those things anymore.
If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honey bee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I want is you to shade me and be my leaf.
With Thrivent, your personal finances aren't just personal. We use money as a tool to help all the people we hold in our hearts. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more.
Two thoroughbreds have dominated the headlines, but only one will get the last word. Belmont Stakes, next Saturday, only on Fox.
This is Mark Leiter Jr., who's not given up a run over his last 10 games. Got to save his last time out. This is upstairs with the first pitch to Ha-Sung Kim. Kim's had himself a day. A walk in the first inning, absolutely drilled a home run his second time up. And he's got a highlight defensive play. He's got another base hit. Kim goes the other way to lead off the fifth. Good Hands Play, sponsored by Allstate. Taking a further look at Kim. Getting the start today at short with Mookie Betts out. Look at him stepping into the ball right there. It started in AAA as they tried to engage his lower half a little bit more in his swing. Never had hit for a ton of power. Has added that a bunch, shown it off in the big leagues, and has always been known for the glove.
He's got to be hitting over 500 at home now. I mean, he loves hitting at home, and this is a perfect time for him to make it a tough decision to not play him.
It's just where do you play him?
Yeah.
Good problem to have. But, I mean, his problem was, I'm going to have to go back to Oklahoma City. And he did enough when it looked impossible for him to stay to convince him to maneuver the roster otherwise. And he stays up. Ohtani's out in front. It's 0-2.
There's that pitch that Leiter has been successful with, is that splitter. Just 6 for 38 the league coming into this game. And I'm telling you, the Dodgers have not seen this Ohtani pitch and hit yet.
Bouncing ball through the right side, and the second hit of the day for Shohei Ohtani. A couple singles to the right side of the infield. Kim streaks first to third.
And what I was going to say is there's got to be some regression when he gets back to being able to focus on pitching. Today he threw. All right, you wouldn't come to the park as a hitter and do something else other than your routine. Now that's something else, and when he ramps it up more, he's going to have days where he hits. And the challenge for Dave Roberts is going to be convincing him, hey, how about today off? Like big 5 innings, we need a reset. But he's so special He believes this is the way he's meant to be.
Strike on Teoscar Hernandez. Well, the last 3 years that he did do both, he had a top 5 ERA, and his OPS was second to Judge.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. He's 2 superstar players in one.
Yeah, and great point. But now 2 years have gone by.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
another arm surgery.
Right. It's going to be interesting to see how he navigates all of that this time around.
In the air to right field, Cody Bellinger's there. Pretty shallow, makes the catch. Kim's not going anywhere. Ohtani, for his entire baseball life, pitching has been his favorite thing. You know, when he thinks of his identity, he thinks of it first and foremost as a pitcher. The story's been told about him writing the goals for his life and for his career back when he was in high school. All those were written from the standpoint of a pitcher. And so the idea of, man, should he just stick to hitting, and can he do it? Like, for him, there is no question.
Right.
I have to get back on the mound, and I have to do it at a high level.
Well, it's amazing.
First and third, one gone in this 5th inning. Freddie Freeman, the batter. Freddie Freeman, all those seasons in Atlanta, one of the best hitters in baseball. His average in his time in Atlanta was .295. He's been about 20 points better than that since coming to the Dodgers, but nowhere close to what he's doing this year. Down the line, he's got another base hit. 370 and going up. The average for Freddie Freeman. Kim in to score on a Freeman double.
Well, right on cue. There's no way to defend him. He's got line-to-line power. He can hook it right past the first baseman, who was tight on the line. This is how hard he hits it. And he can hit it the other way. I mean, there's 3 feet between the first base and the first baseman, and he gets it done.
11 runs on 11 hits for the Dodgers today. Will Smith 1 for 3. In on him, foul. Headed to a 3rd consecutive All-Star game. You'd figure that's a formality at this point with the way he's performed. Not just one of the best catchers, but one of the best hitters, period, in the National League so far. In this series, above 500. Ohtani at 3rd, Freeman at 2nd. A 1-1 pitch to Will Smith is popped down the line, foul. Long-term contract for Will Smith at the start of last season. 30 years of age in his 7th year now with the team. Signed a 10-year extension. Dodgers knowing what they have. Steady hand, Will Smith. Have him signed through his age 39 year.
I just love how they brought him up in the game. When he was called up, they saw the playoffs. They just started preparing him for what he is absolutely doing right now. The Dodgers do that very well with their young players. That's why they have so many young stars.
No.
Call them up, let them see the success, teach him the ropes, and then hand it to him. And now he's got the reins.
And when you say call him up, they brought him up before he was even on the team and just let him be around.
Exactly.
A year before he debuted. Pokes this one off the end of the bat. Runners will stay put. 2 out. So the Yankees got Mark Leiter at the deadline last year from the Cubs and took him a bit to find his footing. Started to perform in the postseason. Yeah, he's been one of their top relief arms lately. Really outside of Devin Williams, who you figure is going to find it sooner rather than later, and has been better for the most part lately. This bullpen's been good. Sub-3 ERA outside of Williams.
No.
Two for 3, 4 knocked in for Max Muncy today. Chance for more here in the 5th.
No.
De Los Santos, who warmed earlier, back in the first inning, going to warm again as Muncy leans on one. If it stays fair, he's got his second of the game and the 201st of his career. Off the foul pole. 14 for the Dodgers over the first 5 innings against the Yankees. Came into the day with 4 on the season, and he's got 2 today.
It's a crazy day so far in the game with double figures scoring.
You mentioned the Brewers and the Rays teeing off today. Now the Dodgers doing the same. That's it for Leiter. 14-1. Muncy does it again. His second today, 3rd for the team. Dodgers rolling on Baseball Night in America.
My mental health was better, but uncontrollable movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, started disrupting my day.
TD felt embarrassing. I felt like disconnecting.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD and learned about Ingrezza.
Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. #1 prescribed Ingrezza has dosing that's always 1 pill once daily, and you can keep taking most mental health meds. Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior or mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Take control by asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
The DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket comes in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo, layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get yours now only at DQ.
That's why we do it, Marcy.
Gathering the most in-depth info, creating a better way for people
to find the perfect home to build their lives.
Are you okay?
No, it's the dust-based allergy.
Ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Max Muncy, 2 home runs in this game today. Part of the 14-run explosion for the Dodger offense, and still just in the 5th. Yankee De Los Santos. He's pitched in both games in this series now. Had a rough go of it yesterday. Faced 5 hitters, 3 of them got hits. And was charged with 2 runs. Now to face Andy Pages. Pages, the only guy in the lineup for the Dodgers today yet to score a run.
No.
One of those days you look forward to finishing for the Yankees. One of those days, baseball being an everyday grind becomes a good thing. Do it again the next day. Turn the page as quickly as possible. Carlos Rodon going to go for the Yankees in the finale. They're going to have to do it against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, though. Fantastic matchup. The guys will have on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. Carl Ravitch, David Cohn, Eduardo Perez. And actually, it's going to be Ryan Yarbrough tomorrow. Still a good matchup, though, with the way Yarbrough has pitched lately. Former Dodger.
Funky. Two marquee teams, 3 games, 3 different networks, 3 different times.
No. 2-out walk for Pages. Second weekend in a row, Dodgers have had that be the case. Had it against the Mets last weekend. Speaking of the Mets, here comes Conforto. Man, you remember early on in Michael Conforto's career, he was getting to the big leagues a little before Aaron Judge was, and there was some time on talk radio there. Who would you rather have? Conforto, this kid coming up, killing it as a rookie, helping lead him to the World Series, or that Judge guy coming up for the Yankees?
It's crazy, right? Because Aaron Judge is in that rarefied place where we don't have a lot of examples of guys his size having success. You know, baseball is kind of positioned your players, and 6'8" just doesn't come around very often.
Certainly doesn't come around and do the things he's done. 14-1 as Muncy goes off the foul pole for his second today.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Unforgettable. That's what you are. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Liquid Death soda-flavored sparkling waters have 1/10 the sugar of top sodas, so we hired 1/10 of Tony Hawk to tell you about it.
Hi, I'm 1/10 of Tony Hawk, and I just love these products. 1/10 the sugar is crazy. But you know what else is crazy? Other sodas have 10 times the sugar. Pretty sweet, kid.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Incoming dishes! Doc! Dawn Power Wash flies through 99% of grease and grime in half the time.
Yeah, it absorbs grease 5 times faster. It even replaces multiple cleaning products.
Ooh, those suds got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
Ooh, I don't think they take that here.
Of course they take Discover. You're stuck in the past, baby.
You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants?
And these are my 14th.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I find things in life, like ordering more to save more off the Papa Pairings menu. It's all $6.99.
You've got a brownie. Why are you whispering?
We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Valvoline Restore and Protect. A first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. Restore your engine to perform like new. Restore and Protect. Another first from Valvoline.
Well, on a day where the Yankees as a whole have fallen flat, Aaron Judge has done his thing. The one run came on a home run from him.
14-1, I wouldn't suggest always starting off with a curveball, but I would here. Oh, man. He did it. He challenged him right at him, and I think Judge was maybe even expecting a curveball.
I'm thinking, you're thinking, I'm thinking. Back-to-back fastballs, 0-2.
That shows me something.
From Knack?
Yeah.
This is back-to-back good outings for him. He went into his start against New York, the Mets, on Sunday with a 6 ERA for the year. Gave up just 1 earned run over 6 innings. Same deal going into the 6th here against the other New York club. Take a look at StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. The 2 home runs for Aaron Judge in this series. First inning home run yesterday, and he got one in the 4th today.
I don't even need that other statistic to know that I think those would have been home runs in every ballpark.
Even Comerica.
Even there.
Little spinner foul by the bag. Got some defensive changes. Dave Roberts seeing the score, saying here's a chance to get some of my regulars off of their feet. So Kim plays 2 positions. Kim actually in center. Rojas at short. Pages over to right field. And Kike Hernandez has come into the game to get Freddie Freeman out. Judge launches this ball to left center field. Smacks against the wall. On his way to second. Here comes the throw from Kim. It is in time, and have a day, Ha-Seong Kim.
This ball was hit so hard that it bounced right back to him. Easy throw to second. Great tag. It's the Dodgers and Dave Roberts' birthday. They're having a party.
How about Kim throwing a party of his own with a home run, a web gem at short, then he moves over to center field and does that as Bellinger goes the other way with his first hit of the weekend. Kim, fairly new to the outfield, played it a little bit in Korea, but he's a lifelong infielder. Showing off it doesn't matter where you put him.
And just a great tag to find the cleat. See, he hits the first cleat in the air. And you got to know, he knows who's coming in behind him. There's some big old spikes coming up.
You can feel them coming probably. Yeah. The ground shaking. Strike on Goldschmidt. So Judge with his second hit of the day, back-to-back multi-hit games this weekend. But thrown out, trying to turn the single into the double. Wave and a miss at that change.
Well, all the other starters besides Yamamoto have averaged under 5 innings pitched. So this has got to be a nice treat for Dave Roberts to have his starter not named Yamamoto go into the 6th inning.
We mentioned Knack did it last Sunday. If he can do it here, it'd be the first time in his career that he goes 6 full innings, consecutive starts. Pop fly right side. Kike Hernandez, and the ball has found 2 of the guys at new positions in this inning. 2 out in the 6th. Five Ks in this game for Knack. 2 of them have been of Dominguez looking. Just didn't seem to see that fastball over the inner part of the plate both times. And it's a change, getting a swing and a miss. 2 different versions of that changeup Landon Knack's been throwing this series. Got the traditional one that he actually ditched at the start of the year for what he's calling his kick change. It really dives away from left-handed hitters, but has brought the old change back as a compliment to it.
Well, the reason that pitch is so good, it makes his fastball, which is not 97 and doesn't have electricity behind it, but makes it firmer, and it gets on the hitter after seeing that changeup.
He's home with an 0-2. That was the kick change right there. You can tell moving side to side more. The other one more front to back.
You see all that 2-seam kind of movement.
No.
Yankees 0 for 8 against his changeup today.
No in.
Statistically, they've been the best changeup hitting team in baseball this year. Anthony Bonda warming in the Dodger bullpen with Knack at 100 pitches. 2 gone here in the 6th. Here's his 2-2 to Dominguez.
No.
Well, let's see a 3-2 if he tries to lock him up on a fastball inside. He's had 2 strikeout looking. Tried to do it before that changeup right there. Probably his last pitch, last batter.
Here's his payoff. Right down the middle for strike 3. Finishing his day with his 6th strikeout, and he's gone 6 full in back-to-back games for the first time in the big leagues.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more?
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that breakfast burrito.
So can I get chorizo?
Yeah, metaphorically, yeah.
Carnitas.
Just chicken. Just give me a bunch of chicken.
Oh, bacon?
Oh, wait, there isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
I actually like hot sauce. Can I get chips?
How about guacamole?
I don't really know what we're talking about anymore.
Burritos.
Sure.
Okay.
For bundling made easy, get more with Geico.
As long as probably forever there's only been one Frosty. Because what would we even do? Add a bunch of new swirls and mix-ins like Oreo cookies or Pop-Tarts pieces? That's kind of genius, actually. For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
When you're not bound to the past, you can leave old ideas behind. The new GV70. Welcome to Genesis.
At AT&T Business, we confidently guarantee our network. What we can't guarantee, enough hours in the workday. Or your projects always going as planned.
3 days, max.
Woof, more like 3 weeks.
Hey.
And closing up shop on time?
Still open? Sure. Yes. They're open.
Not tonight. But with AT&T Business, you can get the connectivity you depend on, or we'll make it right.
Sure, yeah, come on.
Don't worry. DashPass saves you money on DoorDash, so you can skip the trip to the grocery store and stay right where you need to be. DashPass by DoorDash. Your door to more savings.
What does it mean to be rich? It's not just about the places you can go, but also the people who welcome you home. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
You're him, the one they call the Baba Yaga.
The John Wick franchise reloads.
Cool.
Rated R.
All Dodgers here in Game 2 of this World Series rematch. 14-1 as Tommy Edman leads off. Strike 1 against Yuri De Los Santos. Edman 2 hits today after he doubled and scored a run yesterday. Trying to get going again. They're missing time with the ankle injury. This is the side of the plate that throughout his career has been the much weaker side, although this year this has been the better side of the plate for him. Started switch hitting as a kid, playing wiffle ball games with his family because he wanted to be exact in mimicking full major league lineups. And he says, I can't do that if I'm only hitting right-handed. So taught himself how to hit lefty too. From La Jolla, California to Stanford, the St. Louis Cardinals, and now his second year with the Dodgers. Leading off this 6th. Punches a bouncer with eyes down the line. His 3rd hit. He'll hang on with a single to start the 6th. Hit him where they ain't for Tommy Edman.
Well, what do you think got your season going when somebody might ask, It might be this game. 3 hits. It always feels better when you can execute, even when it's hits like that.
5 hits in his first 10 games off of the injured list, and those 3 of them today. Kim's got a perfect day going in every sense, whether it's been at short or in center or at the plate, where he's 2 for 2 with a home run and a walk. The average for the year up to 395. Into left center field, another hit for Kim, and the day stays perfect. How about this guy?
Well, you said, where's he going to play? I bet you he's going to play tomorrow.
Somewhere. Find a way, Skip. And instead of Shohei Ohtani, another one of the recent call-ups, this is Dalton Rushing. Top prospect in the Dodgers system. Problem for Dalton is that he's a catcher, and that spot is occupied by Will Smith. And so while it's not quite a timeshare, he still is going to get a couple starts a week. And perhaps could play a role as a DH, like you're talking about when Ohtani comes back and begins pitching. Does he get more days completely off? Spot he could find Rushing. 250 over his first 2 weeks in the big leagues.
So you're telling me the Dodgers are feeling like they're not rushing him?
That one you did mean to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that one for sure you had lined up. You saw the roster, you're like, oh baby, I can't wait for Saturday. Now, for more on Rushing, here's Kenny.
Well, I talked with him before the game, Joe, and this is the first time in Dalton Rushing's life that he has not played every day. So clearly it's an adjustment, but he's enjoying being around major league players, enjoying being mentored by Will Smith, who also went to the University of Louisville. And what's interesting about his future is he could be the everyday left fielder next year if the Dodgers do not re-sign Michael Conforto. The problem with that is if you give up on him as a catcher, you're perhaps compromising his values. So that's a decision down the line, but right now he's soaking it all in.
Showing off a pretty advanced approach at the plate.
Yeah, looks hitterish. Really does, right? I mean,
payoff. A pop-up back of third. Bebas called off by Volpe. Well, the book close, you would figure, on Landon Knack. 6 innings, just 1 run against the top offense in the American League.
Did a nice job. Got a double play early in the first inning, and then his team responded with 10 runs in the next 2.
And the kid from Tennessee with a bow to the boy from Korea. Kike Hernandez comes up. First at bat of the day for him. Hernandez having a nice season after a slow start. He's above 300 over the last month. Hernandez on an 0-2 pitch wraps a base hit into left field. They go station to station, and the bases are loaded, which it feels like has been the case pretty much perpetually today. Game summary sponsored by PNC Bank. Dodgers did not waste any time. 10 runs the first 2 innings, the most runs scored through 2 innings for the Dodgers in 4 years. 2 home runs for Muncy today. Freeman and Ohtani doing it again. And 1 bright spot for the Yankees, Aaron Judge with his 20th home run. Another pitching change coming as Aaron Boone heads out there. Back in a moment.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving, doing what they do best. Helping neighbors, pitching in, and getting it done. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Did you know our Jersey Mike's order came with a $25 Fanatics promo code? Insane deal. Awesome. Can we please turn it off while we're eating? Simon feels very attacked right now. Oh, he feels attacked.
My Mike's members score Fanatics gear, like Simon, just by spending $25 in the app.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Unforgettable. That's what you are. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Is that Danny DeVito?
Don't worry about me. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Almost forgot. I found your ball.
It's a rock.
Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Ooh, I don't think they take that here.
Of course they take Discover. You're stuck in the past, baby.
You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants?
And these are my 14th.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Bottom four, Reds up 2-0. Did Ellie get a new helmet?
Craving more baseball? Just tell Siri. Show me today's MLB schedule.
Yeah, we're headed to Bristol Motor Speedway coming up this summer for some baseball.
I think that's going to be pretty darn cool. I didn't know how they were going to do it, and then after seeing the renderings.
You and me going to get to do the pace car at some point?
I'm going to do it. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. Even if I have to
break in
and take a car.
Yeah, forget the pace car. Let's get the real car.
Yeah.
Get the pace car out of the way. Let's go. Miguel Rojas, bases loaded here. First at bat of the day. Devin Williams on for the Yankees. No. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, Williams is one of the big pickups this offseason for the Yankees. 1.86 ERA in 6 years in Milwaukee, but lost the closer duties first month into the job.
No.
Got his first save opportunity in a month on Tuesday against the Angels and got the save, but gave up 2 runs in that game. Barely able to hold on. One of the top relievers in baseball, though, since he debuted. The Yankees are hoping he can rediscover that.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's awfully difficult. You go from a small market where he's had success, and you go to the biggest market where there's going to be not only expected success, superhuman success. And he's gotten off to a little bit of a rocky start, as you mentioned, but I think he'll right that ship, because that pitch right there is what has made him so dynamic. You got to throw strikes with your fastball. You still have to do that. But when you can throw a 3-1 pitch like that and get a hitter to swing and miss, you know it's a really, really good pitch.
The airbender, they call it. And when your pitch is so good it gets a nickname, you know it's something different. Grounded to third. Bibas will go to second for 1. Over to first, a double play. And so Williams comes on and strands the bases loaded, sends this game to the 7th.
Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service, all new Wednesdays on Fox.
Hey, welcome into Breakfast, Bald. Give Americans what we want. More football. This guy is an absolute freaking unit. I think I just know more than these players do. Everyone's like, oh, you got to play the game. No, you don't. That's right.
Breakfast Ball, weekdays on FS1.
What do you drink when you win the Indy 500?
Drink the milk.
We drink the milk.
Start your engine!
We are green.
I feel ready. Primetime Prado, baby.
I'm a dad.
Say hi, America.
There's a lot of scenes you never thought you'd see.
You can have everything in your control, but you still can't control everything.
There's so much that's outside your control.
I'm a very emotional person. What's wrong with showing how you feel?
As long as I can keep on winning races, that's my job.
That could be the race-winning move.
Wow.
Just hang on.
Every driver wants to win that race.
I know I have everything around me that I need.
You just don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, no, a big crash.
There is life outside of racing. It's important to enjoy those moments. Maybe that helps me get a girlfriend.
100 Days to Indy, streaming now on Fox Nation. Sign up at foxnation.com.
Saturday is Baseball Night in America on Fox, and the game's most iconic rivalry is ready for its next chapter.
No stage bigger than this one.
Rafael Devers leads the Red Sox against Aaron Judge and the Yankees. Baseball Night in America next Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
One of the biggest moguls in music history. A jury will decide if he committed crimes that could land him in prison for decades. Each week, exclusive insights.
Optics matter, Harvey.
You won't get anywhere else.
Anthony Volpe heads up there to lead things off. Facing off with Anthony Banda. You can stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season, plus live audio for all 30 teams. No blackouts. Includes access to the minor leagues, MLB Big Inning, and available pre- and post games. MLB.com/@bat for details. So Banda takes over for Knack here in the top of the 7th inning and comes home to Volpe. Banda had a career year last year for the Dodgers. Was huge in the postseason against the Yankees. Pitched in 4 of the 5 games in the World Series. Didn't give up a run. And this year's not quite gone as well. That ERA above 4. Another one of those guys that was heavily worked on the stretch last year. Yeah, went from a 3 ERA in the regular season last year to above 4 so far this year. Volpe, Wells, and LeMahieu for the Yankees here in the 7th. Volpe's 0 for 1 with a walk. Lone run for the Yanks coming on a Judge home run back in the 4th. 6 innings from Knack, really good today. A strikeout for Banda. Now these Yankees are back on Baseball Night in America next weekend as they face off with the Red Sox. It'll be back-to-back weekends. Yankees and Red Sox go head-to-head. Boston the weekend after that. Check your local listings for the game in your area. 7:30 Eastern on Fox next Saturday. Rafael Devers, all the drama at the start of the season. He at this point is about the only good thing going for the Red Sox, who got shut out today by the Braves, falling 4 games below 500.
It's been a strange, streaky year for Boston. We're over a third of the way, right, through the season. And I'll pose an interesting. Let's play a little. Do they remain, or
I love it.
We got divisional leaders with the Tigers, the Yankees, and a tie with Seattle and Houston. Do you see any changes that will happen with those divisions when it's all said and done?
Well, give me a team out of Mariners, Astros.
All right, let's go Seattle.
Okay. I still think the Rangers are going to win that division.
Okay. The Rangers, if they find offense, 100% love their pitching staff. They haven't scored, and they've got the brother of Aaron Boone as their new hitting coach. It gets a little more interesting in the National League. You got the Cubs, the Dodgers, and currently With a K right there, a tie between the Mets and the Phillies. So let's say Phillies, Cubs, Dodgers, current division leaders.
I'm going to say those are the division winners in the National League. I'm going to go back to the American League, though, and say somebody else wins the Central. I'm not completely sold on Detroit yet.
Interesting. That's interesting. They're in a good mode right now, and that's the beauty of being over a third of the way. Teams are going to make moves, right? They're going to have. It's going to change the direction after the All-Star break. But in the American League East, the Rays got hot, the Blue Jays got hot, and the other two teams in that division have kind of lost momentum with the Red Sox and Baltimore.
Yeah, the Yankees have the largest division lead in baseball with 6 games coming in. How about them Tigers, though? 38-21, building off of how they finished last season, making a run to the postseason. Tarek Skubal making a case for back-to-back Cy Youngs. How about guys like Spencer Torkelson, Javi Baez, who you figured, you know, they had their chance and they were done, re-emerging this year. Nothing in 2 on LeMahieu. Bonda trying to strike out the side.
Now,
Kenny, what do you think?
I'll give you 2 teams in the American League that I still see as formidable. The first is Minnesota. They've pitched extremely well. If they can keep Correa, Buxton, and Royce Lewis on the field together, look out. The second, the Houston Astros. Here they are again. Alvarez is still out. Turns out he has a fracture in his hand, and yet they have all these pitching injuries. And amazingly, they are still in contention, big-time contention, in the AL West.
Yeah, that is amazing. I mean, they credit their organization and what they've done, and to be in this spot, losing the amount of players they did, and just really they're not giving up. They're just.
Who do you have lurking there that's not a first-place team that's going to make a run?
I think St. Louis has gotten awfully interesting.
Yeah, it's.
They went from not being relevant to a long winning streak. Sonny Gray is having a fantastic season. I think St. Louis is going to push the Cubs, who are having a really good season as well. And then I know the Braves are 8.5 games out, but if they can get a little continuity going with Acuna back and Strider, it's going to make for a great American National League East.
Got off to such a terrible
start.
Bibas grounds it foul after the 2-out walk from LeMahieu. Here's the Central. We're talking about the Cardinals getting hot this month, but how about the Brewers, who won their 6th consecutive game today?
Yeah, how do they keep doing it? What a great job, that organization. And I mean, we just saw one of their prize closers over here with the Yankees. They lose all of their players, it seems like, at some point.
Every year. They
and
lose
then
guys, yeah.
Tease their fans and win baseball games.
Yep. And then there's the Reds, who a lot of people coming into the year were picking to win that division.
No.
I agree. I thought that they went through one of the worst stretches offensively there early in the season. Could not score a run. And yet they're 500 at least. Or playing close to 500 baseball.
Grounded to first. Kike Hernandez to the bag. We stretch in Los Angeles. All Dodgers tonight.
Did you know our Jersey Mike's order came with a $25 Fanatics promo code? I did. It's kind of hard to forget, dude. $25 Fanatics promo code for every $25 you spend in the Jersey Mike's app when you add chips and drinks. Insane deal. Awesome. Can we please turn it off while we're eating? Oh, he's right there. He can hear you. Right, Simon? Spot on. What'd he say? Simon feels very attacked right now. He feels attacked? That's what he said. Oh, he feels attacked.
My Mike's members score Fanatics gear, like Simon, when you order through the app.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
Yeah! Woo!
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
Yeah!
If you need a tan,
I'm your man. Could do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm. So I sleep.
At the Memorial Day sale, get a king bed for a queen price and a free adjustable base. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
Dove Men Plus Care.
Welcome to the team. Thanks. That's the finger ball.
Dove Men helps neutralize odor-causing bacteria that thrive on stress sweat.
Really needs more salt.
Get comfortable with uncomfortable. Care changes everything.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
After his Indy 500 win, Alex Palou looks to continue his historic season.
Incredible.
As he sets his sights on the Detroit Grand Prix, Sunday at 12:30 Eastern on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth. Two thoroughbreds have dominated the headlines, but only one will get the last word. The Belmont Stakes, next Saturday, only on Fox.
Welcome back to Los Angeles. We take a look at Fox Foresight, powered by Google Cloud. Giving Will Smith an 80% chance. Wow. That's high, Google. Thank you, though, for powering these real-time insights. Luke Weaver's on the pitch. This is the Yankees closer, but desperate times given the pitching situation today, calling for him to come into a 13-run game. They got just 1 1/3 from their starter, Will Warren. And so Weaver, the 7th guy they've used.
I still can't get over 80%.
Yeah, I know. Hey, he's having a good year, but my goodness. 1 for 4 today, hitting above 400 the last few weeks. No. Couple new defenders in the game. Oswald Peraza comes into short, and J.C. Escara.
Did Google know
base.
Weaver was coming in?
I don't know if they knew that. This guy's good. We're going to see just how smart.
Well, it just went to 39%.
Down 1-2. This is the best two-strike hitter in baseball, though. Might be 40%. Humans are still the best.
Yeah.
Love humans. 1 gone in the 7th. Now, Luke Weaver, what a story this guy is. Former first-round pick, top prospect as a starting pitcher. Now 31 years old in his 10th year. He had never had a save until the end of last season. Becomes their closer for the postseason run. And then they go trade for Devin Williams. They say, thanks for your service as the closer, but you're now going to be a setup guy. No, a month into the year, he's right back into that closer role. And he misses to the first one to Muncy.
Yeah, baseball is a crazy sport. It's a long season. So many things can change. You always have to be ready. You never know when your moment's going to come. And for Luke Weaver, he might be in the prime of that right now, and how he's really turned his career into a severe weapon for the New York Yankees.
Two home run day for Max Muncy. Hooks this ball to right center field. Bellinger there to cut it off. 2 out. Why not show those 2 home runs? The first one that he hit was the 200th of his career. It's another scary thing thinking about these Dodgers, the way they've been clicking these couple days without Mookie Betts, for a lot of this season without Max Muncy doing what he always does for him.
Yeah, look, Edman was struggling. Muncy was struggling. Again, you never know what game is going to turn it around, get a guy hot. It's virtually impossible to have 6 out of your 9 hitters clicking all the time, right? It just doesn't work. But if you don't have to rely on the same 3 or the same 4 at the top, and you start getting balance, whew, man. Now you can see why the Dodgers are the favorites based on the beginning of the season with their roster.
Pages, only guy in the starting lineup that has not scored a run in this game. He's got 2 walks, but yet to touch home plate. Second-year big leaguer out of Cuba. You buying what you're seeing from Pages this last month?
I am, because I think when you struggle and the expectations are kind of high for yourself, and you get through that struggle and you get on a nice stretch, you realize that you can get out of anything. You know, it's the guys that have never really been able to bounce back from deep holes. It's something goes in your system and your brain where you go, I can overcome. Like I've been down and out. I've been 0 for my last 16. My manager believes in me. He told me just to go be athletic. So yes, I do. I think when you get through it and you see the success on the other end.
No.
Plus, he's one of the best video game players of baseball that we have.
And by that, you mean playing the video games himself.
MLB The Show.
Yeah.
Knows all the trends of all the pitchers.
Yeah, it's not even fair. Guys playing them, playing them online like, who is this dude? That's hit hard to left center field, headed for the seats and gone. Well, now everybody in the lineup has scored a run today. And for Andy Pages, he's done so with his 10th home run of the year. He liked to play with himself on the video games lately.
Right on cue.
Conforto, first pitch, pops it up. Shallow center field. Peraza's out there. He makes the call. And the catch. Andy Pages with his 4th home run in his last 15 games into double digits for the year. Joining the party on Dave Roberts' birthday. 15-1 after 7.
Hey, America. It's our 249th birthday. So let's party. But shouldn't we wait another year for the big 250? Like George and the boys should have waited another year for the disco on the Delaware? Come on. We the people don't wait to keep it juicy. Never have. Heck, we partied in Boston with just tea. Point is, juicy don't wait for round numbers. So happy big 249, America, from Johnsonville. Let's keep it juicy.
Jump to the jam, boogie woogie jam slam.
Something amazing is happening here. Data is bringing creativity to life. That's because CDW showed animation studios new ways to maximize their infrastructure, then built a flexible Dell Technologies data solution. More automation led to greater efficiency, which means creativity stays the star of the show. Make amazing happen. Dell Technologies and CDW.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Let's talk salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number, it would be...
A competitive number.
With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations from the start.
Whoa, a number.
Is it competitive?
With Thrivent, your financial journey isn't a solo mission. Your money is a tool to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more.
As long as probably forever there's only been one Frosty. Because what would we even do? Add a bunch of new swirls and mix-ins like Oreo cookies or Pop-Tarts pieces? That's kind of genius, actually. For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
I can't believe you got pink eye, Ferris.
When you wake up with pink eye, you get your prescription fast, in like an hour, with Walmart Express Delivery. I wonder what else Walmart could deliver that fast.
Your team, your players, baseball your way. Get personalized highlights and push notifications just for you. Download the MLB app today. Got a Dodger debut coming here in the top of the 8th inning. Chris Stratton, who they just picked up from Kansas City. Bit of a soft landing for him, too. 14-run lead to protect. Strike one on Trent Grisham. Stratton, a former first-round pick of the Giants 13 years ago. Made it up to the big leagues with the Giants. Pitched pretty well first couple seasons. Has bounced around in the years since. Last 2 years with Kansas City. And Dodgers hoping to make him a latest reclamation project. So 1-2 on Grisham.
Well, the Dodgers are on 21-1 run since the Yankees were leading 5-2 yesterday. You're not going to see that very often against two great teams.
No. Judge is on deck. Don't change the channel, please. Foul tip into the glove. Strike three. Stratton strikes out Grisham. And now here comes Judge. Two more hits for him today, including his 20th home run of the year.
Oh, he's all the way down to 391.
Man, what is wrong with Aaron Judge?
Slumping.
Sends a high fly ball to left center field. Has he gotten another? You bet he has. Aaron Judge, number 21 of the year.
Well, it's the Dodgers 15 and Aaron Judge 2.
Man, oh man. On a day where the Yankees fall flat as a team, Judge still stands tall. 3 hits, including 2 home runs. 3 of them this weekend for the Yankee captain.
You know, Aaron Boone could have easily taken his star out and rested him, get him off his feet. I'm glad he didn't. You get in rhythm, you stay in rhythm, carryover effect. And he talked about Aaron Judge now knows these last couple years how to navigate a 162 game season, whether he's completely healthy or not. And he has definitely gotten to that level in his career where it's over. He has got to get called up to a higher league.
That's right. Him and Ohtani can share the
They
blame,
really should.
but
They should get called up to a higher league. That's what all the players will say when you see someone that great having a season like that. They say, you got to get called up, son.
No, Judge today 3 for 4, 2 home runs. Rest of the Yankees 3 for 21. And in an era where it's relative to the rest of the league, what he's doing hitting 390, it's just that much more impressive. Yep. An era where the league's hitting 240. Trying to give a run at a Triple Crown, which has only been one of the last 57 years in the American League. Miguel Cabrera.
And that continues a trend that will have to change for the Yankees, but all 7 runs have been on.
100th runners in scoring position this weekend, plus the pop. Aaron Boone's team going to suffer back-to-back losses for the first time in almost a month, and a series loss for the first time in a month. Got the Guardians coming in on Tuesday as they open a new homestand. Supposed to get Jazz Chisholm back. Sounds like Chisholm's going to play third base, which he started playing for the Yankees last year. LeMahieu to stay at second. Bellinger to left. Conforto. Another look at Judge's second today.
Breaking ball. And I mean, we've seen this for the last 3 years. Majestic.
AL records.
So much so that the opposing manager could just say, wow.
Yeah. Strike on Escara. 62 for Judge. Set the American League record in 2022. Hit 58 last year. Pace up around there again. One of a handful of guys that already has 3 50 home run seasons in his career. Pretty good company. Escara on the ground. Rojas gets there to his feet to first. Got him. Miguel Rojas, one of the best fielders in the National League, makes a nice play there to finish off the top of the 8th. For the one shining star for the Yankees today, the biggest star, Aaron Judge with 2 home runs.
After my second tour in Iraq as an F-16 pilot, I witnessed a family as their fallen soldier returned home. I felt a calling to help. Budweiser has believed in folds of honor for 15 years. Today, we honor our veterans and the 62,000 scholarships awarded to their families. That's more than enough to fill this stadium. Buy at Budweiser and join us in supporting military families.
Powerful, majestic, recreational. At Progressive, we treat your outdoor vehicles like the noble creatures they are. Good boy. And when you bundle them with your home and auto, you can be sure they get the 24/7 protection they deserve.
Yeah. There you go.
So they're always ready for your next adventure. Because that's just how we do it around here. Around these parts, around them parts. It's just how we do it here.
Febreze. I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to working from home, I gotta have every part of my house clean. That means tidying up, then spraying my Febreze air mist to leave every room smelling fresh and clean. With that done, it's time to get to work.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Your life now revolves around sports. Well, you wouldn't trade it for anything. Welcome to Sporthood. DSG, only at Dick's.
Today, let's stain with Bear.
Not today, we're not.
This is so great. I've been telling him for months.
There's been a lot of rain.
With Bear stains, your deck will have all-weather protection.
Oh.
Get the #1 rated stain at an everyday low price, only at the Home Depot.
The DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket comes in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo, layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get yours now only at DQ.
It's everybody that just went home.
Such rare talent deserves a second chance.
An all-new MasterChef Dynamic Duos, Wednesday on Fox.
Already 15 for the Dodgers and licking their chops for more here with a position player into the game to pitch. Pablo Reyes floats in strike 1 on Tommy Edman. It's his 5th career pitching appearance, and he's got a 2.25 ERA. Veteran utility man. In his first season with the Yankees, 31 years of age, out of the Dominican Republic. Try and cover the final 3 outs of this game. Look, quick pitch to Edman there. He's got a base hit to right and a 4-hit day.
Do you know how hard that is to do as a hitter? I mean, that is incredible. That can get you in a funk right there. Watch this. He's just going to quick pitch it and lob it. And Edman puts the foot down and just is able to hit the ball where they're not.
Tommy came into the day 5 for 35 in his first 10 games off of the injured list. He's 4 for 5 today. And now Kim down the line.
Oh,
he's got another hit. That's his 4th. So the 8 and 9 hitters for the Dodgers have combined for 8 hits.
Incredible.
Well, there are 2 things that Kim didn't do a ton of in his offensive game in Korea. Hit for power, which we've seen him do today, and hit the ball the other way, which he's done more than anything since getting to the big leagues. Here's Rushing sending a high fly ball to deep right field, and his first major league home run comes against Pablo Reyes.
Well, I was going to ask you if the Dodgers end up with the most runs today, but it's a moot point. Looks like they have.
Yeah.
18. Brewers had 17.
Oh, you mean across baseball?
Yeah, the Rays had 16.
Now, if you're rushing, are you saying, man?
No.
You don't even care how you go.
No.
Give me, yeah.
That feeling's too good. It's actually harder to do against an eephus pitch than it is against velocity.
Yeah, hitters will tell you, like the ceiling on a situation like this, you hit a home run, everybody's like, yeah, you did what you're supposed to. The fans sitting there watching it. It's much harder than it looks. So the floor is so low when you're facing a position player, because sometimes it doesn't work, and it's humiliating when it doesn't, no matter how hard it is. Hernandez swats his second hit the other way. Well, in the previous 4 appearances for Pablo Reyes, he had not given up a home run. Gives one up to Rushing.
Okay, 23 hits. Sheesh. We got to play a different game. Like 23 hits was the first. I think that's what Milwaukee had. So that's the high.
Okay, Dodgers have 20.
At 20. Google. Let's ask Google what the percentage of
give him a chance at redemption. No. Pablo's saying, come on, John. John Tumpain, not you, Smoltz. If I get it close, give me a strike. Wow, down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. Foul.
Yeah, the Brewers had 23 hits. Let's see what the Rays had.
Into left. Wow. Dominguez has it. Well, tomorrow the fastest racing on earth hits the streets of the Motor City for the Detroit Grand Prix. The IndyCar season continues tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern on Fox after the spectacle that was the Indy 500 last weekend.
Hey, Google could still be right. They are.
There we go. Smith has his second hit, and the computers win.
80%.
There you go. Oh, they knew.
They knew. Why did we give up on Google?
Why did we taunt AI?
That was just crazy of us.
It is. Send us to oblivion. There you go.
There it is.
feel the computer's getting smarter by the minute. All right, you know, Muncy's up there looking for one thing, and that
sure
is a 3-home run game.
All right, now he's gonna gas him one. He's gonna see if Muncy's ready. Oh.
It's charted as a changeup. Max had his chance. Oh, he's saying. Pages went deep his last time. At third, Bibas. And Pablo Reyes limits the damage.
You know this is a fastball. Google Cloud AI knows that when the home pitcher throws a 98-mile-per-hour heater with a 13-inch drop, there's a 24.7% chance the hitter swings and misses. Oh, and hot dog sales are up 4% today. Which is what happens when the home team starts racking up Ks.
Got him with a fastball.
Now that had some mustard on it. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
Yeah! Woo! What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
Yeah! If you need a tan, I'm your man.
Can do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your outfit first before meeting your girlfriend's family. Yeah, checking first is smart. Yeah. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
How do you sleep at night?
On a mattress from Mattress Firm. So I sleep.
At the Memorial Day sale, get a king bed for a queen price and a free adjustable base. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night.
This is a meal. Melty, cheesy, flaky, toasty. Lunch just got croissant-tastic. Try the new croissant toast sandwiches. It just meals good at Panera.
Introducing the 3-row, all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9 with class-leading interior space.
Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow @playball on social media. Kike Hernandez now pitching the 9th inning for the Dodgers as Jason Dominguez flies one over Conforto. Into second with a double goes Dominguez. They made that helmet for Bobby Miller after Bobby Miller got hit by a comebacker. Bobby didn't want to wear it. Kike said, "I'll use it." And it's his second pitching appearance this year, and he's rocking the helmet. Dodgers-Yankees World Series rematch has devolved into position players pitching for both teams in the final half inning.
I'm just not a fan of it.
You would have looked good like that.
And I understand why people do it.
Rushing's at first time in the big leagues. Peraza's first at bat today. Came on for Volpe. Stopped at third by Muncy. One gone in the ninth. This is Hernandez's second pitching appearance this year. Pitched a scoreless inning the first time. So that helmet has a perfect ERA. Now the Yankees in danger of losing by 16 runs for the first time in 6 years. Wells past Hernandez. Rojas is there. 2 out.
He's got the slow Ephus pitch curveball down pat.
LeMahieu, a 2 gone in the ninth inning. Popped into center field. Kike Hernandez will pitch a scoreless ninth inning and put the finishing touches on an absolute blowout. Dodgers 18, Yankees 2.
Didn't see this coming.
Wow. 18 runs on 21 hits on a day where they're without Mookie Betts. And the Dodgers in the World Series rematch have taken this series from the Yankees, handing the Yankees their first series loss in nearly a month. Like we were talking earlier, this is a situation where if you're the Yankees, today's a good day to know that you got to do it again tomorrow. A chance to wipe this clean and move on quickly. Ryan Yarbrough started on Sunday Night Baseball. Yoshinobu Yamamoto countering for the Dodgers. Happy 53rd birthday to Dave Roberts, whose team improves to 36-22 with this blowout win. Ken Rosenthal has Max Muncy.
Thanks, Joe. Max, congratulations. Home runs 200 and 201 today. You had 4 entering this game. What changed today?
Well, on the one, I finally hit it fair. I think I've hit about 10 of those balls this year that have been fouled by about 3 or 4 feet. So finally kept one of them fair. Just trying to get the ball up in the zone. Know they were going to, throw a lot of soft stuff, and just got some good swings off.
End of spring training 2017, you get released by the Oakland A's. Now you're 8th on the Dodgers all-time home run list. If I had told you all this was going to happen back then, what would you have said?
I'd have thought you were crazy. It's definitely a blessing. I'm honored to have been able to hit as many home runs as I have wearing a Dodger uniform. Hopefully I got a lot more in me, and hopefully we got a lot more wins like today in us.
Max, congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks.
Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny. Never a doubt today. Dodgers get 4 runs in the first inning, 6 runs in the second, and cruise from there. The post-game show coming up. Kevin Burkhardt and the guys down in the field ready to recap this. Hey, best wishes to the guys on TNT. It's looking like Indy's going to finish off that series, which means tonight going to be your last chance. Once you finish watching us, to watch Ernie Johnson, one of the greatest post-game shows in sports television history. 18-2 Dodgers on baseball night in America.
The road to 2026 starts now with the Gold Cup.
What a goal!
The U.S. takes on North America's best on Fox and FS1.
Such rare talent deserves a second chance.
Fox Wednesday.
It's everybody that just went home.
What do you think it's missing?
Come on, guys!
What do you think it's missing?
Come on!
What's it missing?
Sugar.
Oh, I put all salt.
An all-new MasterChef Dynamic Duos, Wednesday on Fox. Every stride writes a story, and history unfolds at the Belmont Stakes. Now, 2 thoroughbreds have dominated the headlines, but only one will get the last word.
And they're into the stretch, turning it on late, head in head with a furlong left to go.
The Belmont Stakes, next Saturday, only on Fox.
This is Alex Pillow, a conquistador of concrete from the start. Alex is so fast he does his taxes January 1st. He speed reads 2 novels before noon. He's Spanish, but he'll French kiss on the first date. This is the front of his car, but if you race him, you'll just see the back. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
No one asks someone out in real life unless they live halfway around the world.
It's actually more than halfway around the world.
People say they like beginnings.
It's really happening.
Would you like to see you again? Riley, you are not dating this boy.
What if that space between beginnings and endings? What if it's actually the best part?
I need real, honest life.
Isn't that what we're all waiting for?
What do you drink when you win Indy 500?
Drink the milk.
We drink the milk.
There is life outside of racing. As long as I can keep on winning races, that's my job.
You still can't control everything.
There's so much that's outside your control.
Just hang on. I know I have everything around me that I need. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, no, big crash! There's nothing that touches it.
Maybe that helps me get a girlfriend.
100 Days to Indy, streaming now on Fox Nation. Sign up at foxnation.com.
You're all here to play a game.
I don't have a developed sense of morality.
Everyone's lying to me. Where?
The Snake, series premiere, Tuesday, June 10th on Fox.
Gordon's going full detective on these restaurants.
It's like a crime scene.
And he's got a spy on the inside, dishing up the dirt.
Who's the insider?
The insider is in this room.
Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service, all new Wednesday on Fox.
Saturday is Baseball Night in America on Fox, and the game's most iconic rivalry is ready for its next chapter.
No stage bigger than this one.
Rafael Devers leads Boston.
Devers hammers it.
While Aaron Judge aims to continue his historic tear for New York.
Aaron Judge, holy sensational!
Red Sox, Yankees, Baseball Night in America, next Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
Well, this World Series rematch has been all Dodgers so far. They win last night and they